opportunity to invite you, sir, to come and interact with the various leagues of the party. As you come, I'd like to report that from the time the delegates came, we have tried our best to make them comfortable. We have had a few issues in the areas of accreditation, that some lists we are missing names of a few delegates, but we've managed to handle. So far, we are comfortable, and we call upon the delegates that as we live and stay in Kampala, we make it a productive time, get to know one another, interact with the members from other districts, understand the challenges of the people from various areas. As we welcome our national chairman to address us, we have a beautiful day, and God has given us a beautiful weather. And may we welcome the national chairman with all level of applause and encouragement. Love you, Mr. Chairman. We thank God for donating you to Uganda, because God could have given you to another country. But we thank him for giving you to Uganda. And we thank the NRM members for loving you unconditionally. May we rise up and welcome our national chairman to address this wonderful common. Mr. Chairman, you're most welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sit down, please. The first vice chairman of the NRM, Arai Chigongo, the vice chairpersons, of the regions, Eastern, Central, Northern, Western, Karamoja, Kampala. The second vice chairperson of the NRM, the Secretary General of the NRM, members of SEC, members of NEC, members of the National Conference who are already here, and all of you, members of the leagues. I greet you and I congratulate you on having been elected. I've been interacting with some of the newly elected leaders of the NRM, and I'm very happy to say that many of them are young people. When I was in the PDM tours, I could see the new leaders. This is very good. It's good that you are coming forward to take forward what your elders have been pushing. On Wednesday, I will make the main speech, but here I will make some comments. The slogan that we have put forward is protecting the gains as we undertake a qualitative leap to a high middle-income economy of $500 billion. Our economy now is $66 billion. In 1986, it was $3.9 billion. It had therefore expanded 17 times since that time. And our economy has gone through 5 phases. Phase 1 was minimum recovery. Those who are old enough to remember, there was no soap, no salt, no paraffin, no cloth in the shops, no cement. That was the time of Ebola. A very short time. And we called that minimum recovery. The economy was able to come back to
Everyone deserves a smartphone, so level up with Airtel Quantissimo. Own a new smartphone of your choice today and pay as you use with Airtel. To own a smartphone, visit the nearest Airtel.
I'm comfortable, I'm moving properly, everything nice, everything good. Everything fine. Estimo is Akari, we have the sick friends around.
You got 5 kids in here? Yeah. Where is it? Let me see. We use that kitchen. Oh, let me get there. Oh my gosh. So unbelievable. Oh no.
Okwe na unapata kipa kati tamle okoti amanga ka eso ika ulira uganda wangu baba o atu yana mutaki sema kuti o la ku le re wa la ko kibalo la ko kibalo
those buses are being made by your own people. In the past, I was begging the Japanese to come and assemble their vehicles here, and they didn't want to come. Now, when we started making our own buses and our own vehicles, they came and said that they wanted to assemble vehicles here. I said, no, too late. We don't want assembly. We want to make our own vehicles. It's not only the vehicles, you have the production of vaccines, of computers, and other knowledge products. These are the 5 phases which I will elaborate more on Wednesday, which we have gone through. Now, for the majority of the population, we want them to join the money economy. In the past, one of the problems was Okora Echida Chionka, working only for the stomach. Not working for money. And we are telling you that that's not good enough. If you produce food for eating, but you don't produce for cash. In 2013, 68% of the homesteads were still outside the money economy. When we brought in Operation Wealth Creation, it reduced a bit, but remained with 39% by the time we checked. Recently, when we checked, we still had 33% outside the money economy. 67% were in the money economy. And we are saying all families must join the money economy. Work for the stomach, but also for the pocket. And where are the sectors where you can work for money? Number 1, commercial agriculture. You can see people who have listened and how well they are doing. I will give you the example of Joseph Ijara of Serere.
Hello, my name is Joseph Ijala. I'm the proprietor of Taifa Farm, which is located in a place called Kakusi, where we are. And in Taifa, we have dairy, poultry, and we're also making laundry bar soap. But we also have the value addition aspect of the farm, where we produce yogurt and pack it, tin it for the market. This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency, the President of Uganda, when he had come here and he was teaching people about the 4-acre model. He was having a rally in Soroti, and that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that master business in Soroti. So when I had this, and he was talking about a 4-acre model, how to improve household income. So when I came back, I was fired because I delayed there and the guy said, you go and eat those words that you had. But I had already this land, 2.5 acres, but I also had local chicken here. But after hearing that, I got inspired to put more effort on raising this chicken. So I raised the chicken to the tune of about 100 of them. Then I got a small incubator. That was about 4 eggs. So I used that incubator for multiplying my local chicken farm. Eventually, I was having 1,500 local chicken around. And I was very famous for local chicken. So, but then local chicken were not answering my day-to-day needs. So I decided to translate it to layers. In Taifa Farm, we have 10,000 layers, which give me about 310 trays per day. And each tray goes at price of 10,500. So approximately 3 million about 3 million shillings a day from the eggs that we get. Of course, it varies depending on the cost of the feeding, but at least a half goes for management, a half goes to our pocket as IFA. So after selling the layers, that money, I invested it on dairy. I started dairy with the 4 cows, but you know, I have multiplied very fast because I'm using AI. I have my own semen bank here, so I do artificial insemination. And then I also got a vet who was able to train some of us here with the veterinary knowledge. I think he's even here, that gentleman there, the vet. So the cows that I'm going to show you are cows that are bred from Taifa Farm that produce, my highest produces 36 liters per day.
Now Ijara started about 12 years ago. When he listened to my message in Soroti, and he's using 2.5 acres, and as you heard, from eggs alone, he gets 3 million shillings a day. And then he also went into dairy. So he earns more than 1 billion shillings in a year. When he costs, remains with about 700 million net. I can give you other examples, but we have got a long program. So that is one sector, commercial agriculture. Second sector are factories and artisan shops. Factories produce goods for the whole country and for export, and they create jobs. And they can show you the factories that are some of the factories here in Uganda now. First, show us the factories, the overhead image, and then one of the factories, the one you are beginning to show us. Now you can see that is a whole town of factories.
Make way for the chairman.
You can see freeze it there. You can see how many people are working in that factory. Now this is big factories, but they are artisan efforts. Show us some of the artisans. Like the products of the industrial hubs. can see those products. They are not from big factories. Furniture, metallic doors, shoes, all those are products of artisans, the ones of small workshops. So that is the second area where you can be involved in money making. Sector 1, commercial agriculture. Sector 2, factories and artisan shops. Then services, such as hotels, borders, tourism, all those are part of services. And then ICT, the Ebyuma bya kalimagezi. So therefore, we are appealing to all Ugandans, make sure that your family and your children are in one of those sectors: commercial agriculture, factories or artisan shops, services, and ICT. I will say much more on this on Wednesday. But today, what I want you to go back with, are the things that you must fight for in the villages and in the towns. Number 1, fight poverty through the four sectors I've told you. Make sure that the family is in one or the other of the sectors. Number 2, especially since you are leaders, fight corruption. Fight corruption in your area. Don't allow corrupt people to undermine your progress, to steal PDM money, to do things, to take bribes. I hear that people are paying for jobs in the local government. Don't allow that. Trap those people and we arrest them. You are undermining yourselves. Then also make sure the police fight crime. If they don't, report them, because you know what is happening. And you have all the channel up to Kampala. You have Member of Parliament, you have LOC 5s, you have LOC 3s, the whole channel is there. Don't allow our people to suffer because of the corruption of the government officials. The roads, the Maram roads, should be well maintained. We are sending 1.3 billion per district. This is not to make new roads, but to maintain the old ones. Therefore, the roads should be maintained. And if the leaders say the 1.3 billion is not enough, let them tell us, and we can add on. But we don't want to see bad roads in the rural areas. The tarmac roads, there were some mistakes, some delays in budgeting, but we are sorting it out. Some of the roads, like the road from Mitiana to Fort Portal, should have been done. It is being done in a slow way, but we are now going to make them wake up and move. The other roads also, tarmac roads, which need to be reconstructed. We know them. I've already told the ministry. Education, where we are going in the next Sanja, if you support the NRM and we win the elections, we are going to insist on free education in government schools. This one has not been implemented. We are always talking about it, but it is never implemented. We have put money there, but people still charge money to the students. I was looking at the figures. The government primary schools in the whole country are 12,000 something. Government primary schools. But I was surprised to find that the private primary schools are 32,000. There are very many, more than even the government primary schools. But 9 million something of the runners are in the government primary schools. The ones in the private, although the private schools are many, are not even 1 million. So this shows you that the people prefer government schools. And that's why the school fees must be removed, so that they study free. Secondary schools, government secondary schools, are 1,400 something. The private ones are like 6,000. And the children in the secondary sector are 1.7 million. The ones in the government schools are more than 1 million, although the schools are fewer in number. The ones in the private schools are around 600,000. So this shows you where the people want to study because of the lower costs. Let's not let our people down again. Support me to implement free education. Advise the head teachers and the PTA to stop bringing charges against the children of the poor. If you see the young people in my skilling hubs, let's see some of them.
nyumba gyempangise n'angamba myezi mukaaga wayize eki ne mukuba emitwalo 3 nga mipya n'angamba kwata ebisumuluzo ne nongoosa ennyumba enkeera ne noonya ebyalaani ne ngamba alina ebyalaani ebikadde ndaba nekyali nga tokikozesa obanga kyafa kimpangise.
You can hear the stories of those young people that that boy had dropped out of school because the mother could not afford school fees, and he went back to the village. So when they were called to study in skills in my hubs, they said, but how can we study? We don't have money. And they were told the study is for free. And they were surprised. 6 months, he has already acquired the skill, and he went back, as you heard, as a tailor. Now, all those young people in the skilling hubs of the president are children who dropped out of school because of school fees. So therefore, I really appeal to you to support this program of free education in the coming year. The next pressure which you must insist on is health. Immunization is working very well. All the children get immunized. And we have seen how it has helped. Some of the diseases have disappeared completely. Measles, smallpox, all those diseases have disappeared because of immunization. So immunization has done very well. If we added other measures of prevention, like nutrition and hygiene and killing mosquitoes, would have a very good life, less disease. The problem is on the curative side. The drugs for treatment, they are the ones which are stolen in the hospitals. And you, who live in the rural areas, you know what is happening. You can help us to track those who are stealing the drugs. But the ministry is also designing computer programs to monitor these drugs. They will be able to say more about it later when they are ready. So health, immunization good, but on the treatment side, still problems because of stealing drugs, which we must fight. Finally, safe water. Safe water, we intend to have a safe water source, or 2 or 3 per village, a borehole or piped water per village. So in the rural area, among the population, if we handle this, poverty, corruption, anti-crime, roads, education, health, and water, our people will be very happy, I am sure. I declare the conference open, and I wish you good luck in the elections.
Another round of applause for the wisdom that we have had from the national chairman. We thank you, Your Excellency, for lifting our country from the doldrums of economic stagnation to now a country in the lower middle
income status, and we are moving to the high middle income status. We thank you so much. His words are very clear: fight poverty, fight corruption, fight crime, support his vision of free education, health, and wealth creation for all, plus water. We thank you so much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to now invite the chairperson of the NRM Electoral Commission, Dr. Odoi Tanga, to give us how we are going to move, how we are going to elect our leaders. Again, I want to say that today, the special leagues.
No matter how far we go, home is always in our hearts, but support shouldn't come with struggle. With Wendy Mobile Wallet and Western Union, money now moves in real time from around the world straight to your pocket.
To come and give us the way forward as we move towards conclusion of this opening ceremony. This ground has been organized in such a way that each of the leagues will be in their respective tents at the extreme end of this ceremonial grounds. Allow me to thank my colleagues with whom we have done this work, Honorable Dombo Lumala Emmanuel and Honorable Hatui Bukatoto, who has led us from the beginning. Dr. Tango Doi is coming with his full commission that has conducted elections from the grassroots, from the villages, the parishes, the sub-counties, the district, and now to the national level. Dr. Tango Doi, you are most welcome, and thank you so much for the work well done.
Hello. Hello. NRM. President Museveni hoye. Sole candidate hoye. Chairman hoye. Ra. Wa. Cha. Ra. Vibe hoye. Your Excellency, the President of Uganda and Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, the First Lady, Minister of Education and Sport, and Chairperson of the National Resistance Movement in Tungamo District, Mama Janet Museveni, the First Vice Chairperson of NRM, Alhaj Moses Chigongo, elected and opposed. Elected and opposed. The Right Honorable Secretary General, members of the Central Executive Committee and the NEC, allow me to adopt a protocol to avoid a slip in the tongue. Your Excellency, the squad before you here is ready to work. Can you attest to that? Could you all move and wave to His Excellency? Move up there, line there, and wave to the chairman of the party, unopposed chairman of the party at expression of interest, unopposed chairman of the party at nomination, unopposed chairman of the party at SEC, unopposed chairman of the party at NEC, now unopposed chairman at the National Delegates Conference. NRM oye! President Museveni oye! Winning oye! Sha! Can you retreat? Your Excellency, that is a team comprising of the district election officers from districts of Uganda, as well as staff at the headquarters, and staff who have volunteered for the party for a long time. Allow me also at this juncture, Your Excellency, to formally introduce members of the NRM Electoral Commission, starting with the most young man, the Vice Chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission, none other than Honorable Jalonyo Fred Omash. Move forward and wave to His Excellency. I would like to introduce the commissioners. Honorable Jane Babihal Semera, Commissioner of the NRM Electoral Commission. Honorable Ambassador James Sinobe of the Commission. Honorable Zaitun Riwaru of the Commission. NRM. Honorable James Treheyo of the Commission. Honorable Juliana Modesta Auma.
Museveni oye! NRM Kiboye!
I would now like to request the Principal Election Officer to step forward. Your Excellency and leaders of the party, we are going to have election of the special interest groups, including the following: the Women's League, the PWD League, the Older Persons League, the Youth League of the party, the Entrepreneurs League, the Workers League, the Historical Forums, the Veterans League, and the Workers League. We are going to conduct this election in a very organized manner and in different locations within the Kololo National Grounds. For avoidance of doubt, we are going to distribute the guidelines. The staff should start doing that. Distribute guidelines all delegates, and especially members of the concerned leagues, could the staff do that very quickly? Behind the chairman's tent, we are going to conduct election for the following leagues. Members of the historical league will be behind the chairman's tent. The veterans league will also be behind the chairman's tent. The older persons league will also be behind the chairman's tent. The PW league will also be behind the chairman's tent. To the side, the eastern side, I think, that should be the eastern side. We shall have elections of the most, cannot say the difficult leagues, but the most vibe-related leagues of the youth, the women, the entrepreneurs, and the workers. That is how we have demarcated our electoral area. Other details will be issued after the Secretary General has made a formal announcement.
NRM Oye, the national chairman will be taking leave when we start the process of election. He loves all of you, and he may not be interested in relying behind anybody, and is wishing all of you a successful election. He's looking forward to the results. He may not be here physically with us, but I know he will be watching everything that is taking place here. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. You are free at your leisure to say bye to your members as they prepare for their various elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We shall have a small interlude to make the staff organize themselves, and then we come back to the podium. For now, we shall allow the staff to immediately move and have their lunch, and then we come back and start the electoral process when they are strong enough. In the meantime, I'll make a read-through of the polling day guidelines, which you will be given as we come in full swing. So could I request the staff and members of the commission that you go for lunch quickly, and then we come and start on this noble task. We shall also request all the candidates for this election. We shall request all the candidates for this election of today, the special interest we shall request that we have all the candidates for the special interest group election. When we come back, we shall introduce you, and then we move to the different tents to conduct the elections. For other elections, the second national vice chairperson female, the vice chairperson central, vice chairperson eastern, vice chairperson northern, vice chairperson western, Kampala, and vice chairperson Karamoja, that election will be held on 27th, not today. That election will be on 27th, because this one will take us almost today and half of tomorrow. So what are the positions we are going for in today's election? We are going to have election for executive committees of the following special organs: the Women's League, the Youth League, the People with Disabilities League, the Veterans League, the Workers League, the Entrepreneurs League, and the Historical Leaders Forum. Members of the Historical Leaders Forum will assemble in their designated venue, and they do for us what they have always been doing best, so that they come up with what is agreeable to them. Each of these special organs, as specified above, will also have to elect 10 or to fill 10 positions through an election. Every league will have to have a vice chairperson for Central, vice chairperson Eastern, vice chairperson Northern, vice chairperson Western, vice chairperson Kampala, vice chairperson Karamoja, and then they will have the general secretary for publicity.
We are still coming to you live from Kololo Ceremonial Grounds, where His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and also the chairperson or the chairman of the NRM party is here to preside over the first meeting of the fourth conference of the NRM party, where we are going to be witnessing the elections of special interest groups in the NRM party. Of course, the President has so far flagged off this exercise. We are going to break off for lunch, and after lunch we shall be returning here at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds, and different special interest groups will be going strictly, mainly, and going for that exercise which has brought all of us here, and that will be voting. And as we have always been told, as the NRM Electoral Commission Chairperson Dr. Tango Doi has always maintained, it's going to be voting by line up, all lining up. Therefore, all eyes should be on UBC TV as we set the pace and roll the stage here at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. As the candidates and the delegates prepare and go for lunch, I want just to speak to a few of the delegates who have been here at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. Let's pick it from the message by the President of the Republic of Uganda, also the chairperson of the party. He says, if we tackle as a country the issues of corruption, then there's no doubt that Uganda will move far. Are you willing, are you offering yourself?
From visiting big tech companies like Google, Microsoft, and Coursera, sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge, exploring the beautiful city of San Francisco, and hanging out with Stanford University students, it's been so much fun learning and immersing ourselves in these new surroundings.
The development of our country. So we have to embark on that program of ensuring that we remove corruption from the entire Uganda country, so that we can have a successful development of the Uganda country.
I just want to see whether we can speak to one of the contestants. This is the person vying for the interpret. Well, the two candidates are here. As you can see, this is Honorable Kakuru. There's one King Caesar Mulenga here. It is one of the races which is going to be attracting most of the viewers to see whether who takes it at the end of the day. I will start from Kakuru and end with King. Well, the day is here finally. you have gone across the entire country trying to mobilize support and speak to the delegates. How sure, how confident are you that as we return after lunch, victory will be in your pocket?
In the first place, there is no fairness in this election. Everybody was supposed to go to Nakawa and register, including prime ministers. But there is one powerful man who has captured the party. They got the tags and found him in a hotel in Entebbe, despite having had the warnings from the president that his conduct is being investigated. So where is the future of the party? Where is the fairness in this? That there is a man who's arrogant with impunity and defended by the security forces of the state. Why are we in this election? It means that the Electoral Commission has been bought. Who gave him the tags? So there is no fair.
Have you addressed this to the party?
Sorry?
Have you addressed this to the party?
We've addressed it to the party. The Secretary General was there, he saw. The Prime Ministers were there, the Speakers of Parliament, everybody there. But him and his group don't deserve that. So, he's the state, he's the party, and the party is him. He does what he feels like. So we are just coming to this election as a matter of just passing time. The party is captured.
That is Honorable Kakuru. We shall try to verify the allegation. Honorable King Caesar Augustus Mulenga, finally we are here at Kololo. You moved across the entire country, talking to delegates, selling your manifesto. Honorable Kakuru is bringing in the new version that, of course, there are things which are not moving in well. Of course, do you carry the same idea, or you are very optimistic that at the end of the day, victory is on your side?
Good afternoon, all Ugandans. My name is King Caesar. I'm competing on the position of chairperson, National Entrepreneurs League. It's true that during this selection process, there has been some challenges, especially one of our competitors took all of the delegates who vote all of us on 10 positions of the Entrepreneurship League to Nairobi in Kenya and Tanzania. It's also true that recently when he brought them back, he hid them so that we do not access them. And he has consistently hid the electorate. Those are the delegates that elect us. However, I have chosen as a candidate to compete with him rather than giving him a leeway. I am hopeful that this day we shall defeat him, because the tricks some of the candidates are using have no place in modern democracy. They are backward, they intend to take us back like in the 60s, and therefore we need to fight those tricks they are using.
King Caesar, regardless of all the tricks, as you can allege by your opponent or your competitor, you are still in this race and you are hopeful at the end of the day something might happen, the miracle might happen.
Yes, I'm still in the race. The biggest challenge also I've heard about today is repressing the delegates with the fanatics of the candidate, so that the delegate, when he comes to Kororo, he cannot make an independent decision to choose the candidate of his choice. So what they have done is to take away their entry cards and then give them finances so that they remain in hotels or go home, but they don't come to make a choice between the candidates, which I find another dangerous trick. So it means if such a person is chosen, it will not be the choice of the people, it will be a choice of manipulation.
King, we shall talk later. We wish you success.
I appeal to all delegates who are here in Kororo grounds to reject manipulations in our electorate of the NRM Mighty Party and vote the right candidate who is King Caesar. I wish you a nice electioning day. Thank you to all Ugandans.
Thank you. Voting will be coming in a few minutes, a few moments from now, but of course we want to first post this broadcast from here at Colorado Ceremonial Grounds, but of course we assure you that indeed you will not miss any moment in as far as this election is concerned. It is the NRM conference and they are electing the special interest group. We have already told you that this includes the Women League, the Youth League, and other interest groups. Of course, here at Kololo, the president has chosen to retire. I mean, he is exiting, but he will be following this broadcast from State House to see whether the party principle of democracy becomes a success on this date of 25th August 2025. We want to hand back, but we will return shortly on your screen. I'm Robert Onyango here at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds in Kampala.